Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Marvel Rivals Get to Know Your Toon. Today, we are going to be talking about the one, the only, Spider-Man. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Yeah, Peter Parker. He's a duelist. He's a 5-star duelist. 5 stars! That means he's really tough to play. And he's pretty difficult, if I gotta say. It took me a while. It took me a couple games to get down the hang of it. Got a really cool alt skin there, as you see, and of course, an MVP animation there. Yeah, the Spider-Punk character is one of the skins, as you saw before, and he's got that MVP animation for him as well. But yeah, Spider-Man's a really difficult character to master. Got some really cool emblems and portraits, but I think he could be fun once you get the basics. So let's get into it. His basic, his spider power. He punches, he kicks, he does all sorts of melee damage up close, obviously, right? You gotta be up close to melee. And Peter Parker, Spider-Man, does a bunch of it. Now, he has a web swing as part of his arsenal, of course, because he's Spider-Man. And this thing cooks. It gets you from point A to point B so fast. You can get across most of the map in 2 swings. You can get to the other side of it in probably 3. It's really, really good. One of Spider-Man's big parts of his kit when you're fighting is his get over here, his web shot, because it can go a couple different ways. You can either pull them towards you, or you can launch yourself towards them and into the fray if you hit them with the spider tracer like that. Now the spider tracers are coming up. You'll see that in just a second here. You can see the imprint for them already with the 5 little spider marks there in the middle of the screen. That is his amazing combo. You can launch a bunch of guys up in the air too. Again, Spider-Man getting in close. He's pretty strong melee character, and he's quick and can move around a lot. He's got a double jump there as well. And here, you're going to see the spider tracers in action. You can see they do damage as a sort of range weapon, but when comboed with the get over here, you can pull them towards you, or more importantly, pull yourself towards them and get into the fray. Now, what would Spider-Man be without his spider sense? So, as you can see, you get a little vignetting when you're coming close to a corner and enemies around it. You don't see it like Punisher, but you get a sense that there is an enemy nearby, so it just gives you a little high alert. Now, of course, Spider-Man can also wall crawl. Basic part of his ability, just lets you attack from different angles, maybe sneak in. There's his web swing. You can see some of the suggested combos, using that spider tracer, launching himself into it, using the web cluster and the amazing combo to get up there and punch, launch them all, do some splash damage as well. And then, of course, his ult, which is his spectacular spin. He gets in there and does a bunch of bulk damage to everybody around him, shooting and punching all at the same time, basically. It's a really great ult. It'll certainly take down one character, no problem. But if they're grouped up together, you'll get a lot more out of it, too. And you can see, I mean, with his he just gets in, he gets out, he does a ton of damage. You can get focused, though. That's the only problem. So you got to be careful. You got to be ready to spider swing out of there if you get in trouble. And, of course, here's your Spider-Man lore. Like everybody else, you learn a little more about Peter Parker and his cool items he's got, emblems and sprays and all that good stuff that you can earn in-game. But let's see a little in-game footage of Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Here we go. Look at that. I am almost at the point in 2 swings. I mean, that's so fast. And that's why I say I wish some of the characters were a little faster. Storm, maybe. Certainly Iron Man. I think he could be a little faster, but again, just my opinion. So I'm using my projectiles. That's a Hulk. I don't want to get too near a Hulk. While I can do some good melee damage, he does a lot of melee damage. So I'm sort of punching away, trying to use that charge melee there and get a little more damage. I'm trying to move around. I don't want to, and I died. I got focused. I got 2 out in front. Thankfully, our rocket had the respawn tech there. You can see Hulk is still coming after me, trying to melee me. But can I out-melee him? Can he hit me if I'm moving around? I see him. I'm not quite sure where he's going. He's still coming after me. Now, he immobilized me there. But I'm going to get that health back and get back to normal. I'm actually going to ditch him and help my teammates back out on point for a second. I mean, that Hulk is really coming after you. See, he keeps following me everywhere. And that's fine. I just keep web swinging well out of the way. I don't want that. I don't want that smoke. Try and keep my health up. I got to get back in the fight here. My teammates need me. There's a Luna by herself. Not too hard. My Hulk gives me a little shield, thankfully, for that magic. So I'm just trying to just stay up, stay active, stay out of the way, not stay in any one place for too long. Do a little damage from afar with my web blast and the tracers. And if they get in close, I'm not afraid to use, yes, yeah, I launched her up in the air, did some good damage, took her out of her game, which is a big part of it. And then, of course, getting away when I need to. This is pretty good because Spider-Man's kind of he's a distraction, honestly. And we rip down that Hulk there. Finish off Bruce. He's easy pickings for anybody. Spider-Man's just like a pest. He's kind of like a Sombra. He's kind of like a ball a little bit, you know? Where they get in and they get out before you can even focus hit them. I used my ult there because I heard the Punisher launched his ult, and that ult is bad news for everyone. Really bad news for a little squishy Spider-Man. But yeah, I saved that just for one of those moments like that when they had an ult pop off. Again, I'm not trying to get on the front line. I suppose I could be trying to get behind them, maybe coming out of spawn a lot. But my team's really good. We got some good healing. And this is a good point. I like guarding this point. Now they got Monster Hulk going, so I'm getting my Tracer, but I don't really want to launch myself at Monster Hulk because I could get in a lot of trouble with that. You see Magic keeps trying to get in here, so I want to keep my distance. There she sees me and comes after me. I'm trying to hit her with my Tracers and bounce around her. Let my other teammates, you know, wear her down while I'm sort of distracting her a bit.
I am ready to put on a show.
And there, yeah, you see the damage. I mean, those little tracers are pretty good. Here comes Hulk charging right in. Not a lot of tact on this Hulk. He's about to be bannered out in a second. I use the tracer, I swing in, I use the charge attack, lift him up. You always want to be meleeing with Spider-Man, hopefully get some charge attacks. And oh, now she went, yeah, magic bolt on her. So I don't want to get too near that. I'm trying to hit her as I'm backing up, getting towards my healing. Thankfully we had great healers there. I didn't fight it. Our Punisher's doing great damage, of course, too. There's Magneto. I'll try to get up in his face, just distract him a little bit. If I can distract him, turn it around, that's more pressure he's not giving to my teammates, so they can maybe focus him. Now Hulk is coming after me, trying to kick my butt. Takes my health down to half, but I jump back in there. We got Loki's patrolling, so we're typically pretty good. You know, it's about being smart more than anything. He has a 5-star difficulty, so, you know, you have to be smart. If you're not smart, you're going to die. If you try taking on, you know, the whole team by yourself, you're going to get smoked pretty quick, too. Not quite sure what Banner was thinking there out of Hulk. But here they come in. Luna's in. My ult popped again. Let's see. Do I use it? Yeah. I used it way too high. I wasn't really smart. I started it up high, but I was still learning it, how it worked. I had a little 10 streak going on. Spider, what? But yeah, just slinging it and sort of being a distraction, sort of poking, and when it comes down to it, saving that ult for very necessary stuff and keeping those guys webbed, and just doing some damage up close with those crazy melees. Swinging in and out of danger as need be, for sure. Not too bad. 11-1. I'll take that. Again, he's a really hard Toon to sort of get used to, the rhythm and the sort of system of buttons you got to use, and the maps too, and how you move about the maps. That's a big part of it. Anytime you can take out a healer, that's great. Healer should be relatively easy for Spider-Man. Using those tracers, pulling them in, and then doing those power melee damages. That's kind of how you do it. You're a pest. You're a bug. It's like you're a spider. Anyways, that's my thoughts on Spider-Man. Difficult Toon to pick up, but really worth it if you can hone in on his skill sets and how to use them. Super powerful character. He gets around the map faster than anybody, so you can use that to your advantage at different points. But as always, let me know what you think. I want to hear what you have to say. Give some shout outs in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on Marvel Rivals Get to Know Your Toon. Thanks for watching.